Hey everyone, let's go ahead and diversify my pop culture Omniversa channel with a trailer breakdown regarding the now red banded version of Mortal Kombat. The trailer came out last week, and I felt like, okay, so I've been mostly on my channel talking about comics and one movie and one TV episode. I plan to hopefully cover WandaVision when the season is complete and rewatch everything, break things down after that. Because I was thinking about doing it episode by episode, but then I was like, I want to talk about this stuff and yada yada yada. So that's why I usually just opt for just doing one episode of a show to get a proper introduction, and then make a final ultimate talk about it when the season's over. So yeah, but yeah, Mortal Kombat had their big trailer after God knows how many years of waiting to see what will happen in this epic. We're finally getting a trailer which is actually kind of faithful to the movie, not to the movie, to the games and even some of their comics they've done. And yeah, this was pretty freaking awesome at points. There were effects I noticed that were like, well, we could still improve it. There's still some time left. But the opening because once again, Jack Briggs, because for some reason Ermac couldn't be casted in this. Yeah, this is the thing that bugged me about Mortal Kombat. So, about the movie. So, they introduce Cole Young. I'll get to the new character. But they have Sonya Blade, Kano, Raiden, Jax, Liu Kang, Shang Tsung, Sub Zero, Scorpion, Kung Lao, Melina, Cabal, uh, I'm trying to remember. Uh, Nataria, um, I don't know. I don't remember who that is. Vampires who. Oh, uh, yeah, I kind of forgot about her honestly. But yeah, they introduced all these characters with probably more, and for some reason that the one character people were wondering was Johnny Cage, and he's not in it, which confused me to no end. But I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, yeah, there probably should this pro like I look at this and I'm thinking like, okay, this should have been a 5 movie epic to build to the tournament. Like take like maybe do 3 films to build up so the big characters and everything like like you can make several team movies out of this to build it up. Like I'm not saying it should be a massive shared universe or no, this should at least been a series of films, not an entire shared universe of films. If they wanted to do that, they could theoretically, because this does kind of fit with the idea of Mortal Kombat, because there are just so many characters in the universe. And I would be interested if they did do a shared universe, but the way they're telling the story seems like okay, we got to do all these characters, we got to go ahead and whatnot, because you could have like the 5th movie be the tournament, and you could build up the history of certain characters that are really popular but not known to mainstream audiences, as not known to like the big mass market who don't play the video games and everything, because you got to make that money in somehow. And you already got the gaming fans marketed and comic book fans who've read it. And plus, people like, even those who don't play Mortal Kombat at least know, oh, Scorpion, Sub Zero, they're 2 guys that fight ice and fire. Uh, yeah, but yeah, and there's just this moment where Sub Zero is revealed to be the main villain of the movie, which I was like, I realized Quan Chi's not in this movie, which bugged me. But yeah, seeing Bihan Sub Zero just freeze Jack Briggs' arms off and just tear him apart, it's like, oh yeah, this is awesome. But then we get this character named Cole Young. So I get what they're trying to do here. They're wanting to introduce a new character to pop into the universe because, oh, well, all these other games introduce new characters. Why can't a movie introduce a new character? Okay, and I also get and I think they're trying to get the outsider coming in kind of thing. And, like, I get that, but a ton of fans know what Mortal Kombat is. And you could explain this through storytelling exposition, not have just a, oh, there's this character that just exists. But like if they wanted to just introduce a new character and whatnot, but Cole Young, I just feel it's just I don't know how to feel about the name. It just feels like such a B-listed character. I think it just sounds so B-listed. I mean, when I look at other characters in this, like Borraicho, he came in at what Deadly Alliance, Onaga, like that was awesome. That character was awesome. And Chujinko, he had a whole story dedicated to him, and at least it sounded like it could fit the Mortal Kombat universe. And while some people didn't like him, yeah, I can understand that, but he wasn't well received by fans. But at least they try. At least they sound like okay, he can fit in the Mortal Kombat universe. But yeah, so yeah, and then you got Dagon and Taven. Like I get, like I know they weren't as great as they could have been, and they were kind of generic to some people. But at least it sounded like they would fit the Mortal Kombat universe. Probably not as good as like say he like maybe Boraicho, like he's remembered a lot by fans. But yeah, like that bugged me a little bit. Like Cole Young, like it just sounds a little generic to me. Like maybe the character would be great. We'll have to see. But we're already in. But then there's this moment in the trailer where they said, "Oh, there's this guy named the Sub Zero. He calls himself that Sub Zero. He has the same mark on you. He reveals it on under his shirt, showing the Mortal Kombat symbol." And then I think it's his daughter talking. She looked like his daughter. And then he's saying saying it's a birthmark. Her daughter answering and saying it's a birthmark. And then Jax, it sounded like the guy is like, oh man, you really said that. Saying, what do you mean? Birth mark. I know you lost your limbs in this battle with Sub-Zero, but why? Just why would you say that? I know your brain was damaged, I think, but why would you say that? But yeah, they go ahead and talk about the great tournament that spread through history, and we see more people fighting, blood, guts, and brains bursting out. Then they do this other thing that really kind of bugs people a little bit, I think, where I heard some people say like how they just reveal who the characters are, saying she's Sonya, she's Kano, and this time Kano is a good guy, and I'm like, okay, Kano. Okay, so I think Kano, like when I heard Kano was going to be a quote good guy, I was thinking, you know, I don't know if that works. Like unless he's going to betray them, or if he's really going to stick with them because well, it's my world. I might as well just fight for it. Besides, I won't be able to do what I want if the world's taken over by Outworld. And yeah, that bugged me a little bit. But and people were like, "Why is his eye looking like?" I think someone said, I don't recall who said this, but someone said that the laser coming out, his iconic robotic eye coming out, where the laser, someone said it looked like a stream of red piss, and I was thinking, now I can't get the visual out of my head. That is just sad. And then I'm thinking like, okay, I know Kano. Sometimes he has flesh covering his eyes, a flesh aesthetic covering his metallic eye. Maybe he'll get a much bigger one, and his skin will be ripped apart to show the eye. And we get the other characters: Kung Lao, Liu Kang, Jax, Lord Raiden, and saying how the fate of the earth is in their hands, and we see these beautiful visuals and whatnot. They are kind of awesome, and then we get more fighting between Scorpion and Sub-Zero finally crossing over. Yay! And as this trailer continues, like they're going on this big adventure, and we see Shang Tsung. So I was like, okay, I can see this guy being Shang Tsung. I'm pretty sure I butchered the last name wrong. Sorry, I can't seem to pronounce it right. Shang Tsung. I can picture the guy being a younger version. I kind of did hope they would bring in the old one, an older Shang Tsung, like they do in the previous Mortal Kombat games. And then as he collects souls and everything, he gets his younger self in, and leading to this whole insanity where Cole Young and not Liu Kang, even though he's the champion and considered the main character in most of the game series. Uh, yeah. Then we see Melina. Now, people were very mixed about Melina's design, how she's not with the super sharp teeth and whatnot, and the disgusting features she has, where she has to cover it with a pink mask, and then she apparently dies in there in the fatality scenes because fatalities are in this movie. Awesome. I'm thinking to myself, Melina dead. If they establish that Shao Kahn's dead and Shang Tsung took over, like I think that was mentioned how in the movie Shang Tsung is the leader of Outworld. I'm like, granted, I could be wrong. Yeah, I keep trying to think what exactly they are saying. Like, I didn't keep track of the production stuff, but I kept hearing that Shang Tsung is the leader of Outworld, and I was like, okay, so does that mean that he killed Shao Kahn and took over, and Melina's more like an indentured servant? Or maybe Melina is trying to secretly take him down from within? Because when I think about Melina's character, she's just like this she's just a clone of a Katana. Uh, and yeah, her size are in the back. Her blades, her war fans are in the background, and I don't know if she is apparently showing up. It seems. I hope, but sorry, but it was just so odd that you would have Melina but not show Katana in the in there, especially with the relationship between her and Liu Kang has always been a focal point in the series. Yeah, that just weirded me a little bit because it's like Melina exists because Katana defies her father, Shao Kahn, and all the drama that happened, and yeah, it's just odd to me. So yeah, so I was like, okay, and Scorpion, where people were talking about Scorpion's famous "Get over here." I was thinking to myself, okay, I don't hate the voice he has for the iconic "Get over here." It's just, I think it's because that voice is so iconic, and how it was finally, for the final time, most likely been used in the rebooted series timeline, where Scorpion, aka Hanzo Hasashi, finally gets that long-awaited, over 20-year in real-time revenge on Quan Chi for what he did. I think because they were like, we can't use that line, "Come over here," or "Career." It's just, you kind of needed the iconic voice for one last run, and it did feel fitting that he would get that on Scorpion. I mean, Scorpion Hanzo would get that on Quan Chi, which was awesome. But yeah, it was. Yeah, I get a feeling if they could have dubbed the voice in, but then it would be like, man, that would be kind of weird. But at the same time, it'd be also cool. But at the same time, it wouldn't work. But at the same time, it could if they did it correctly. Because there are moments the effects look a little unfinished at times. Mostly Goro's appearance, which I was like, yeah, Goro looked kind of unfinished in some places. I thought, but yeah, a lot of the stuff was great. It was insane. I hope they manage to take this remaining time till April 16th to do some dusting up of some effects, improve some of the areas there, and yeah, I'm actually kind of looking forward to this. It's set to release on April 16th for HBO Max streaming and theaters, so that's gonna be pretty awesome. The director did an extensive interview on IGN about it, regarding Cole Young's the decision to make Scorpion and Sub-Zero's rivalry be the opening scene in the movie, it seems, and Sub-Zero, well, being the villain, along with the use of fatalities and, Melina getting killed in fatalities, because that was weird. But at the same time, I was like, well, you don't have Katana in here, and that's kind of weird without having Melina in here without, the reason why she exists not be there. Yeah, it was still confusing me. But it was a pretty good trailer. I hope some of the effects improve before the movie finally comes out, or if it's just straight up finished. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on this. But yeah, I overall enjoyed this trailer. I still watch it from time to time. It was that great, right? And I did love the music. But we'll have to see what the movie looks like. I'm hoping this is one of those games that can break the dreaded curse of video game adaptations, like only a few managed to do, like Sonic, and that only happened because of fan outcry over the previous design. Oh god, that design was horrible. But luckily they fixed that, and many people actually love the movie. So yeah, let's see if Mortal Kombat can break the cycle of the 1995 and the Annihilation movie. Like, some people thought the 1995 was okay when compared to Annihilation, it's disaster. Oh god. But let's see where this goes. Now, I am worried that this movie might cram so much in here. And what is this supposed to be? Probably a 2 hour 30-minute movie or something. I don't. It never says the length, but yeah, I feel like they could have like built the tournament up across movies to introduce characters, the more bigger characters who have a big role to play in Mortal Kombat's Ultimate Tournament, and then you lead into the tournament with the big characters and some of the side characters, and then it could have been told in maybe 5 films. Oh, you don't need to make a massive shared universe to get an Avengers like vibe. Just tell a great movie and make enough money at the box office to keep financial sustainability. But those are just my 2 cents. So this was Neo Reality Entertainment Pop Culture Omniversa. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other content in the description below. Oh, and search them up on YouTube. Oh, I'll see y'all next time. And just remember, Eric wins. Brutality. Take care.